Welcome, friend. Provision for tax invoices have been given in Section 31 to Section 34 read with rules of tax invoice. There are total 8 types of invoices has been defined in GST. These are tax invoice, revised invoice, bills of supply, receipt voucher, payment voucher, refund voucher, debit notes, credit notes, delivery channel. Where registered person involved in the supplies of taxable goods, tax invoice will be issued before or at the time of removal of goods, if removal of goods required. However, in case no movement of goods required, tax invoices will be issued before or at the time of goods making available to recipient. In cases where goods is sent for approval basis, tax invoice will be issued when recipient approved the goods or 6 months from the date of goods sent, whichever is earlier. When registered person involved in the continuous supply of goods, tax invoice shall be issued at the time of or before of each time successive statement of account issued or successive payment is received. Tax invoice will be issued in triplicate. Original copy for recipient, duplicate copy for transporter, triplicate copy for supply. Where registered person involved in the supplies of taxable services, tax invoice will be issued within 30 days from the date of services provided. However, in the case of banking companies, NBFC, and financial institutions, taxable invoice will be issued within 45 days. In case where registered person involves in the contract of continuous supply of services, the date of tax invoice depends on terms in the contract. Tax invoice will be issued on the due date of payment, where due date of payment can be ascertained from contract. However, where no due date of payment can be ascertained, in such case tax invoice will be issued when recipient received the payments. Where the payment is linked with a certain event in contract, tax invoice will be issued on or before the date of such events in contract. Tax invoice shall be issued at the time of supply ceases, where supply ceases before the completion of the supply under contract. Tax invoice will be issued in duplicate. Original copy for recipient, duplicate copy for in GST, registered person required to pay tax liabilities under reverse charge mechanism will issue tax invoices on the date of receipt of goods or services or both. Where registered person make the payment under reverse charge mechanism, shall issue payment voucher on the date of payment. Revised invoice will issue new registered person for the supplies made between period effective date of registration until the issuance of registration certificate. Such revised invoice will be issued within 30 days from the date of issuance of registration certificate. Bills of supply will be issued where person engaged in the supply of exempted goods or exempted service. Registered person registered as composition dealer will issue bills of supply in place of tax invoice. Receipt voucher will be issued where registered person received payment in advance. Receipt voucher will be issued on the date of receipt of advance payment. Refund voucher will be issued on the date of refund, where no tax is paid or no supply is made against receipt voucher. Delivery channel will be issued where transportation of goods made without issue of tax invoice. Such delivery challenge is issued in triplicate. With respect to tax invoice format, there are certain points have been given under GST, which needs to be printed on tax invoices under GST. These points are: details of suppliers such as TIN number, name and address of supplier, invoice number, date of invoices, details of recipient such as TIN, name, address of recipient, delivery address, description of goods and services, HSN code, value of supplies, taxable value of supplies after all discounts, rate of tax, value of tax under head CGST, SGST and IGST, whether the tax is paid on reverse charge basis, signature or digital signature.